Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I've had some time to spend in the lower 48, and the nice thing about the lower 48 is the Dollar Tree. I've had several opportunities to go to the Dollar Tree, and every time I picked up a few other things. So I thought I would share with you 3 different topics of categories of things that you can pick up at Dollar Tree if you have a chance. You don't have to spend a lot of money to be an effective prepper. You just need to be mindful of the things that you get. Make sure it's something that's useful, that you know how you're going to use it. And you don't want to just clutter up your house. Make sure you also know where you're going to put it. And that can be a challenge for a lot of us. So first I was going to share with you some cheap and easy meal ideas with a few items that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and then a few items that I already had in my stash. The first item I picked up at Dollar Tree was a package of the Idahoan mashed potatoes. I usually like the baby reds. This is the butter flavor. They didn't have the just baby reds. I try to buy them with as few flavors and additions as possible, because the more basic your potato flakes are, the longer they're going to last in your food storage stockpile. These are nice because all you have to do is add boiling water. You don't have to cook it. Bring the water to a boil, take it off the heat, stir in the potatoes, and in a minute they're ready to go. What can you serve with your mashed potatoes? How about a can of the Dollar Tree chicken a la king, or chicken and dumplings? Maybe you have a can of a beef stew, or even a beef soup that has, say, potatoes and vegetables in it. There are all kinds of different things that you can pour over your package of mashed potatoes to make it into a bigger, better meal. Next, I picked up a packet of the already prepared chicken flavored rice. The already prepared rice is a little more expensive than just buying basic rice and some maybe chicken broth or bouillon to cook it together, but sometimes we may not be able to prepare anything. And so if you can just go to your pantry, pull out something that's already prepared, you can have a meal on the table even if you don't have any electricity. You can also use these as emergency meals in your bug out bag, or even if you're going camping. And know that if you buy foods like this that are already prepared in a sturdy package, if you have a camp stove, you can put a pot on your stove, fill it with water, bring it to a boil, and put this package into the boiling water and allow it to just heat up in the package. And then you don't even have any kind of a cleanup in an emergency situation. What can you do with your already prepared rice? Maybe you can pick up a little can of chicken from Dollar Tree. You could get some extra vegetables. Maybe you want to make up a little gravy, or make a little casserole of some kind, even with some broccoli or something. There are a lot of different ways to combine basic foods to make an easy meal that doesn't have to be expensive or take any time at all to prepare. Is it going to be the best meal you ever had in your life? Absolutely not, and not every meal can be. Otherwise, meals wouldn't be special. But sometimes we just need to get a meal on the table in a hurry, and something like this could do it. Something I never tried before at Dollar Tree is the nacho cheese sauce, and I had an idea that I could combine the nacho cheese sauce with a can of chili with no beans, make a sauce, and serve it over some pasta noodles. So see, I can put these 3 things together in a bag. I have a meal in a bag. It'll require just a little bit of cooking, and I can have a nice hearty meal for my family that's a different flavor than just pasta and sauce or chili mac. This is going to be a little different because it's going to be a nacho cheesy spaghetti. Now I have 2 lessons to share with you that I learned. One of them was I was out walking on recycling day, and I found this very sturdy empty liquor bottle that's going to be perfect for storing dried foods or even just water. It's very sturdy, it's only held food, it's a nice tall size. You can wash it out well, dry it completely, and then you could put in rice or beans or oatmeal or sugar, something that would be easy to pour out. So I don't know, that was something exciting that I found on recycling day. It's not something I usually find in my own house, but I was really surprised to get some prepping supplies for free. Here's a prepper warning that Granny learned the hard way. I went on vacation with my little grandchildren. We went to Great Wolf Lodge, which is a wonderful place. They've got great water slides, and we had a great time. And I brought along some Easy Mac because kids need something to eat. Now they have refrigerators in the room, but they have a microwave on the floor of the hotel and not in your room. So I thought, oh, I'm so smart, I'll bring Easy Mac. But what I didn't realize is that some of the Easy Macs come with no bowl. I had never seen that before. So I'm warning you, if you don't normally buy this and you think it only comes in a bowl, it doesn't always. And I don't normally buy Easy Mac, so I'm giving you the warning. Then I only had like a little styrofoam cup. It doesn't gonna hold it. It kept boiling over, making a mess, and it was extremely challenging. I did succeed in making some Easy Mac for my littles, but it was extremely challenging without buying the one that had a bowl or having some bowls with me on my vacation. So in an emergency, we don't want to have these challenges. Make sure you understand the components of what you're buying for your prepping supplies so that you're really prepared to make those meals and save that day. Next category at Dollar Tree is I picked up some first aid supplies. And I've seen these little first aid kits before, but never in a nice sturdy box like this one. This is by that Carious, and I bought some before that were in a cardboard box and had multiple components, and they were very nice. I haven't seen those in a while, but I did see this one. The label says it has 10 fabric bandages of a certain size, 8 fabric bandages in another size, 2 wound dressings, and some paper tape. So it's got a nice sturdy box. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Focus on the good. It has a nice uplifting message for us to help us if we're in an emergency. Okay, it's actually a metal box. I wasn't sure. I thought it was plastic, but now that I open it, I see that it's metal. And you can see there's the tape, there's some Band-Aids. They're different colors, so that's kind of nice. There's the little gauze. So you can see the 2 sizes of the Band-Aids, so they're all oblong. So there's some longer Band-Aids and some shorter Band-Aids. And there's quite a few in here, and they're colorful, which kids enjoy that if you have kids in your emergency plan. To add to this little first aid kit, I bought another emergency first aid kit that's already pre-packaged, and it has several items in it. This one has alcohol prep pads. It has more bandages. It has a few different sizes and things that weren't included, and I can either open it or just fold it and stick it inside, and I have more in my little first aid kit. Then I also bought a mini manicure set that can go in the first aid kit because it has several different sizes of tweezers. It has nail clippers, and it has some little scissors, which are very handy for a lot of different purposes in your first aid. So I can open that up, and look, that fits right inside also. It keeps those little handy tools together so they don't get lost under the Band-Aids or dropped in the dirt, and it fits nicely. So that's going to be very handy to have as well. The next thing I bought for my first aid kit is some liquid bandage. This stuff is great. It goes on kind of like clear nail polish, and it can seal up a wound, which can really help it keep the air out of it, which can help it to heal and also to feel a little better. And then it also is going to keep it sealed up so germs and bacteria can't get inside, and the dirt. So I can take the liquid skin or liquid bandage and pop that right into this little first aid kit as well. So do you see how you can add the components as you have $1 or as you see something that you think would be good? You can continue to add it into your kit, and now it's getting bigger, better, and more useful. The last thing I bought for my little first aid kit was the triple antibiotic ointment. So I'm going to open that out of the box, and I'm hoping it fits in here. I'm not exactly positive yet. It should fit in there. So you can see I can fiddle these around. They all fit inside this sturdy metal box, which is going to be nice to have a first aid kit. 5 items that went together from Dollar Tree to make a DIY first aid kit that's going to be very useful and have a lot of supplies. And at $1.25 for each item, that's not a very lot of money to have a lot of first aid supplies. Next, I have some just basic prepping supplies. When I go to Dollar Tree, I like to walk up and down every aisle and see what they have and try to use my imagination. How could I use that item? Is it something I need more of? Is it something I don't have? Is there another way to use it? And so you can pick up things a little at a time and continue to add to your prepping supplies. The first thing I bought was a Duraflame fire starting log. These are great if you need to start a campfire, if you need to start a fire in your fireplace. Anytime you would want a fire and you can have trouble lighting them, especially if it's wet. So these are going to be nice little fire starters. Plus, I think you could break them up if you needed to, if you just wanted to use a little bit at a time. But if you have your power goes out and you need to build a nice fire in your fireplace, this can certainly get it going if it's not something that you're used to doing. And so we like to have a roaring fire, but we may not be up on our skills on how to get that started, have the proper paper, kindling, and all of that. This can really help that get going. I found more of the Dollar Tree ropes. If you can find these ropes in particular, pick them up. They're very sturdy, they're long, and they're so handy, and they're getting harder and harder to find. And so $1.25 for a nice long sturdy cord is a great deal. Some of the other cords are either too short or they're just crummy. But these are very top quality ropes from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had more of the little emergency battery candles. These come with a little stand. These are very bright, they're very nice, they're safe because they're battery operated, they last a long time. I use these out at my Alaska Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin. I don't have any electricity, and so these are handy. They really do a nice job of lighting up the area. And then to go with those, I picked up 2 more 8-packs of the AA batteries. I find that these are nice, they last a long time, they're versatile, and they're inexpensive, so keep picking up batteries when you see them. And something that I had noticed, there's a 2-pack here, and another store I went to, this was only in a 1-pack. So try to find the 2-packs when you can. Look at the little coin purse. Maybe you have cut back on using your credit cards and you want to use cash, but your wallet doesn't have a place to keep your coins. You can put your coins in here, and then you have that, especially during the pandemic when they said they couldn't give change. So you had to give them just extra dollars, and that's not happening. I'm not going there with that. So it's nice to have the extra coins around. You could also stash some dollars in here. You could also put some cash in here and put it in your bug out bag. I thought it was cute. It's easy to spot because it's colorful. You don't have to get a colorful one, but I like it, and then I can find it even if it's in the bottom of my purse or in the bottom of my bug out bag. You could also stash some bills in here and set it in the glove box in your car so you have a little bit of cash for emergencies. Dollar Tree has the shelf liner, and I bought this one in particular because I have a rug in the bathroom that is sliding on the floor. You can put this under the rug and it will keep your rug from sliding so nobody is going to trip and fall. We want to make our place as safe as possible so that we avoid injuries which cause emergencies. Winter is here, and with that can be cold feet. It can also be uncomfortable long days standing on our feet. And maybe your shoes get a little stinky. So I bought some of these insoles because they can really help keep your feet a little more off of the frozen ground. They give you a little more cushion. They give you a little more insulation. And if you're walking around or you're out in the cold, you cut these to fit inside your shoe so that they're the size you want. And then you have that extra cushion, extra insulation, and it can also help keep your shoes from being a little stinky, if you know what I mean. So I consider these vital to my winter preparedness plan because they've saved the day, keeping my feet a little bit warmer when I've been out and the feet just got too cold. I add these into my shoes, and then my feet have an extra little layer of insulation that helps make them warm and comfortable. The last thing I got isn't really a prepping supply, but it could be a survival if you're trying to get little kids to take a bath. Bath bomb dust that you can sprinkle into the bathtub, get your kids to get in there and get clean. Sometimes they just don't want to. They don't want to stop what they're doing and take a bath. So I thought this would be fun for the kids. So I have a dinosaur, Jurassic Park bath bomb dust. that's Dino Strawberry Scented. I didn't know dinosaurs were strawberry scented. And then here's one with Frozen. It has bubbles, fizzies, and crackles. And it's Blizzard Dust Scented Bath Bomb Crumbles. So I thought that's going to be fun. It could save the day, get the kids clean, and it give us an enjoyable memory that everything doesn't have to be gloom and doom. Sometimes we can have something special for just $1 or $2. So that's my latest shopping haul from the Dollar Tree. Some food, some first aid, some prepping supplies. Leave it in the comments below. What are you finding at Dollar Tree that you're adding to your prepping supplies? I know personally I'm not spending as much on these things because money is tighter and I need to watch my pennies, and maybe that's happening to you as well. But it doesn't mean we stop prepping, because as things become more expensive, yes, we still need to get them because we want to be buying things that we use, having a few extras on hand, and then rotating those so that we always have a fresh supply of the things that we want to have. I hope you'll like my video, share my video with someone else you think might find it useful, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.